Libra. I'm right now recording your November love reading for, oh nice, for 2020. And I got a massive jump card. If you're curious, I got the Death and Rebirth card that just jumped out, landed on its side. So maybe something on the top of your mind needs to end, but it hasn't quite ended. There needs to be a radical change, and you're oscillating between, yeah, it needs a change, you know it doesn't, or it has changed, you know it hasn't. Something to that effect, okay? Let me get rid of this so I can actually see a little, there we go. So, messages just for Libra right now. Anything of love, love, and romance for November. I'm kind of looking all over the place, trying to figure out what I'm supposed to be looking at. Libra, here we go. Your second message, how fun was that, is the Sun. And I think that you're finally going to be free from that death and rebirth, that need for something radically to change. I feel like you're going to be getting some recognition, and I'm pulling cards as they come up, because they already mixed them. Let's see. Let's just hang on to this here. And anyways, it's a very beautiful card. You're definitely admired. I would say a lot of prosperity with this. People and all eyes are on you. You have really good reputation. Looking good. Feeling good. Smelling good. I think that you're coming out of this period of darkness here, because I see a lot of black. The 9 to the 10. So whoever has their eye on you, or you, they definitely, whoever you have your eye on, or vice versa. I mean, you definitely have a really good reputation, so you're being looked at as a serious contender, or actually I think the only one that they're really looking at, which is really cool, because the sun shines on all, but it's just literally zapping this figure, this girl right here. Her breastplate and her chest plate is like open to the heavens, kind of like she's open for love. She is barefoot on the grass, which suggests that she's very earthy. Libra, I would suggest that you're probably feeling very earthy right now. You don't need a lot of frills, bells, and whistles. You just kind of want things to be really organic, to be real, to be genuine. And I think you want freedom. I just feel like you're seeking a lot of freedom. Something that has a lot to do also with your root chakra, which talks a lot about your home environment, being stable, being able to take care of yourself, things like that are in question. So, the next card I get is the Emperor. And with this card, you see that the Emperor, again, there's red. In fact, almost every card is addressing the root chakra, which is, you know, considering the current times right now with what's going on in the world, I just feel like there's a figure in your life that's very controlling. This could be you, but I think more it's someone around you that's controlling, that they have the attitude of been there, done that. They're kind of like not even present. They're physically there, but mentally, emotionally, and even spiritually, they're not even there. This person, I feel like, can think, well, it's got to be my way. They're very stubborn. They feel like they're the master of chess, because in fact, this is a chessboard. If you see right here, he's reclining on a board, and it's like, yeah, I've done all the games, I've won all the games, and I end the game. So I feel like there could be a person who's really arrogant and kind of really dogmatic in your life right now. Maybe that's what this freedom, this desire to seek liberation and freedom is all about. And also, I have this yellow here going on at the background. Hopefully you can't see those notifications. This yellow background right here talks a lot about your, what is it, the solar plexus. Okay, I got that in the next card as well. The solar plexus really talks about you. It is like almost like the great I am. I'm trying to look at my cheat sheet here and see if I can pull this up, but that's going to be kind of a challenge because it's a long poster thing. But anyways, it talks about just really being your authentic self, and that's what's going to give you the stability and to be able to just kind of go go your own way and maybe even win the game, because this person in your life isn't really paying that much attention to anyways, right? So it could be that you have a spouse if you're connected with anyone right now. If you're married, in a situationship relationship, it could be somebody who feels like, you know what, they're the master of, they're not even part of the game because they've won the game in their heads. And it's kind of sad because emotionally they're just not available. Now you have, on the other hand, someone else who is very emotionally engaged, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. They are looking at you and they're like, wow, Libra, I see you shine. I see your shine. I see that you have just a really pure heart, the wherewithal. I love everything about you because of the sun. This is how I'm feeling that this other person is looking at you. And it could be several people. I feel like with this one, there is a lot to do with stability as well, a lot to do with fire. They want to move quickly. You could just be looking good and they want to ask you on a date. Don't be surprised if that happens. But I also feel like this person's been watching you for a while. And I know, obviously, that right now a lot of people are in lockdown, different stages of quarantine. So depending on where you are in the world and what's going on with you, your story can differ. But keep in mind, there's always social media platforms, support groups online, and Zoom, and God knows what else is out there that I'm not even aware of. So I feel like this person's been watching you for some time. They're pretty excited about you. I feel like there's a little lion, kind of like they want to go and get it, that kind of a vibe that I'm getting. Now behind this, I also feel like you're in your head a lot. So I feel like you're not talking to a lot of people. There's a lot of emotion back here. Emotion, but even most of all, blue representing the throat chakra. You're not speaking your truth, which I feel like can be causing you headaches. You have a bird in your head, in your ear, that's actually talking gossipy, feeding you stuff, just saying stuff that isn't true, isn't right. And how I know that is because the vibration number 5 is all about fluctuation and changes. The 5 of Swords is always about somebody speaking not so nice words to you, or about someone, or about you. But it's just basically lies and deceit and a bunch of bullshit, okay? So I want you to say to yourself, if you can, let me just kind of collect my own thoughts, because I feel like this is giving you a headache. If not a physical headache, then it just makes your head hurt. You don't want to hear it. You're closing your eyes. You don't want to see it. And you kind of wish that you could just fly away and be this man back here, just jumping around, rejoicing, and just having some freedom. With that, your next card I have is the 5 of Wands, and this is about inner struggle. Once again, I see that solar plexus being repeated, and then this pink here, which I always associate with like a lot of love. In this case, it's like passion and a struggle to become like who you really are, leaving behind kind of what people expect of you, leaving behind what you expect of yourself, and even the things that you think in your head, pulling yourself down, basically negative self-talk, things like that. That could be a part of it. Inner struggle, outer struggle, self-deceit. Again, a vibration of 5. So there's some lies and some things going around you that just is not cool. Let's see. I see you walking away from situations that stress you out. You're in search of the 9th cup. The 8th of cups, you've just put so much mental, emotional energy. It could be time, money, any of that stuff. Any emotions. And you've taken your time into pouring into 8 of these cups. And she decides, you know what, there's nothing for me. This place is barren. Look at how dark this is back here. The water is reflective, and she's in search of her 9th cup. And interestingly enough, there is the sun. It could be someone that's like leaving another person. In fact, they want to leave them for you because they have the sun peeking through. You can't see it here. Maybe I can. No, lighting is just not the best. Okay. So there is a sun poking right out here. And I want to think that that sun represents how they feel about you. Maybe they're walking towards their freedom in search of their 9th cup, which would be, you know, because they're looking at you thinking you look really mighty fine, frankly. Now, I have the 2 of Wands here. It looks like you're going to be making a personal choice soon, a choice between the old and the new. You could be in a state of like a little bit of stagnation, kind of waiting for things to happen. She's sitting on the floor. It looks like she's been here for a while and she's not too happy about it. She's got the world globe right here, and also the VW and the surfboard here, which indicates like a desire for adventure. I feel like Libra, you desire adventure. You want to escape. You kind of want to jump in a VW and take off and have a surfboard, even if you've never surfed before. Of course, this could all be metaphoric. This could be just going on adventures that you just deem worthy or interesting to you. So that is what I'm getting. It's just like it's a fight for personal freedom. Right now, you definitely feel bogged down, weighed down, the burdens of the world on your shoulders. I think that you're on a solo path. You've traveled all this way feeling like, okay, I'm carrying everybody else's crap. I'm going to pack my own stuff and leave because the burden is just too much. So if you're in this energy, I'm very, very sorry about that. Everybody goes through different cycles, and unfortunately, that's where you're at. But I do see you leaving that. Now, with that, there's a need to make a choice. In love, it could be about picking two people that you're equally attracted to, because with the Lovers comes a decision to make, a decision between two people. Right, Libra? So it could be that you yourself are deciding between one partner or the other, or your partner's deciding between you and a third person. Now, if you look, it seems to me like she's really into it. She has committed her all, and she has that little bow and arrow, compound bow, a regular bow, I don't know. And then this guy's a little bit smirky, smarmy face. He's a little bit kind of like, yeah, I know you want me, and she's got a grip on his hair, and he's not going anywhere in her mind, but he's a little bit like a smirk, kind of like, yeah, I am worth all that, or what, I don't know. It just feels a little bit like this other person thinks that they bring a lot to the table, and they get a little bit of joy or excitement out of being fought over, okay? That's the energy that I'm getting from this. I think that you're having a lot of stress at night. You're not telling people. Your thoughts are stressing you out. And you're not sleeping very well. It has to do with your root chakra. And that's all about, once again, your stability, your home environment, your ability to provide for yourself. Or just the comforts, the basic comforts, like your food, your vehicles, your home, all of that stuff. So I would say that if you do have these things happening, go ahead and like write down what is disturbing you, keeping you awake, or waking you up at night. Write them down so you can look at them during the light of day and really analyze and kind of tick off the ones that you can do something about, and the ones that are maybe even not so bad. Sometimes your thoughts are even just really awful. We put it down on paper. It's not that bad. Now, I would propose to you that you personally are really kind of replaying tapes of people, what people have said negative about you in your brain. So, Libra, nobody is perfect. So, if you can take some time aside and do a little bit of self-nurturing and know that, people are not perfect, but you don't have to replay these tapes in your head, whether it's a spouse or a parent or a lover or a teacher. I don't really care who it is. And maybe you can get rid of those tapes. There is hope right here on the horizon, so don't continue listening to this. You need to dump those tapes, break them, throw them away, and make new ones for yourself. With that being said, I have this here, and this is the Queen of Cups. And so I feel like you're going to have someone very soon who's very nurturing around you, who might be older than you, who loves a lot, loves you. It might be a she or he. Is gender neutral, gender fluid, doesn't make a difference. The first three chakras are submerged underwater. I do see that here. But I feel like she is getting a ton of messages from above. Her hands are open. She's very receptive. You can talk to this person. Might be someone that you can actually come and talk to, and she'll listen to you. You might be concerned because right by those first three chakras, the solar plexus, the sacral, and the root chakra are submerged underwater. So you could view her as maybe not being super stable in her own life, or like not knowing really who she is or whatnot. But this person is somebody that you can trust and would have your best interest at heart, and would be really a good resource for you, okay? It could even be a romantic interest. I do feel like you need a time out to recuperate, regenerate, to get a grip and kind of look at what's transpired in your life. When you get into the Four Swords energy, the scroll is literally in a bird's nest. Could be that you just need a little bit of nesting, a little bit of rest. You have your heart right here. Could be that you've suffered some heartache, hard pain through a betrayal or just a series of events that caused you a lot of emotional pain that you've been carrying around. So I feel like there's a need for you to kind of get in that little nest, have mercy on yourself, and just decompress and kind of try to work through it and get rid of it, okay? But there's a period of rest, relaxation. Sometimes it could represent a vacation. I don't know. At this point, I'm on the fence about that simply because of the next card. Right here, I have the Fool card. This is you taking a chance. Okay, I feel like this is you taking a chance on what you want, what you desire, who you want, who you desire. You're standing on a ledge. You're trying to get your balance, even though you're trying to reach for something new and different. And then you have your amethyst crystal right here. At least I fancy that to be an amethyst crystal. I think that's very healing. So you're looking at something that's going to give you a lot of sense of self, but also be very healing because of her yellow dress right here that pertains to solar plexus. And that's like your sense of self-worth, worthiness, and all of that, and like who you really are, your authentic self. I think that you are going to be investing in yourself. This is like a passion, a desire to create something, and you have your eyes closed here. This, I see like this net, almost like a fisherman's net, and it's breaking away and allowing, it's like the flame is consuming the fisher's net. So if you have a deep desire for someone or something, or someone has a deep desire for you, I think that whatever's holding them trapped, which is represented by the net, like maybe you feel like you've been trapped or netted by someone else, I think that that's going to be dissolving. It's going to be basically burning up because you can't contain this. I mean, nobody can hold you back, Libra, at this time, okay? So the next thing I have for you is the Six of Pentacles, and this is all about give and take. So you're going to be looking for an equal give and take, for a balance in that. I see the number 8 here. I think that you're observing cycles, you're observing trends in your own life, emotional trends. Do they give back? Do they give and receive in equal or equitable amounts? Okay, it's going to be very important for you. That observation right there is going to help your heart chakra to bloom and grow. And that, of course, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, anahata. But that's going to help your heart chakra to grow and just to feel a lot more of a sense of fulfillment. It's going to also affect your root chakra, and that you will feel a lot more stable than you do right now, okay? Another thing that we might want to take into account is that you want fairness. You want fairness and justice and balance. And I've been seeing this card coming out quite a bit. This is all about the scales. This is also looking at the past. You looking and using your sword. Was it fair? Was it right? And was it just? I think you'll be asking yourself those questions quite a bit, Libra. Last card for Libra, please. Anything about love. This seems to be more like self-love than anything. I see you're just glowing in the face of like how other people see you, but you could feel a little bit stagnant or stuck, okay? Libra, any love messages? Yes. So here is a reunion. There's a reunion on the horizon. I think that it will be something that you've been wanting. You've been wanting to hang out with maybe friends, family, whatever it is, a special someone, and I see that coming to fruition soon. Three of Cups, I would say that would happen pretty soon, with the next 3 days. I wouldn't say 3 months, but I don't think it'll be that long. 3 days to 3 weeks, I would say. Possibly 3 months, but usually the Cups to me happen rather fast. So probably no more than 3 weeks, I'm going to say. A reunion of some sort. It doesn't have to be in person. Once again, you know, everybody's under different quarantine status, whatever that means to you or your state or your country or whatever. So this could be a reunion over a Zoom or a phone call, or reuniting just in some way. Something that gives you a lot of joy. I see a lot of pink there that just has maybe like a flirty vibe, a lighthearted vibe, an excited vibe. And this, Libra, frankly, is something that you need. It'll give you a little bit more hope for the future, a little excitement, okay? And, of course, we have the Temperance here. I'm going to take this card. This is a card of healing, okay? So I feel like you're going to achieve your balance and healing in this whole situation. You have a lot of like love options should you want them. You may be feeling a little bit trapped right now, but you have some healing to do before any further progress can be made on this situation. So with that, excuse me, Libra, I hope that you can apply some of those scenarios to you. What fits, and what doesn't. Don't try to make it fit. If you can like, share, subscribe, that would be really helpful to me. I really appreciate you and your views. Any comments that you have, any content that you would like for me to cover, go ahead and put it in the comments, and you can get a personal reading through the comments. That will tell you everything in my little profile. So thank you much, and you have a great day. Bye.